Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Review a Day. Happy New Comics Day. Today I am going to talk about two manga volumes that I've read recently. One good and one not quite so good. So let's start off with the one that I think actually just hit stands today, which is Papillon #1. Papillon meaning metamorphosis, I believe, referring to a butterfly. Basically, it concerns two girl twins, one who is gorgeous, one who wears glasses and is therefore ugly, and how they fight over the same guy. It's a very typical of romance manga volume. It's not terrible. It's fine. The art is fine. The writing is totally fine. But there are several things that are rather uncomfortable in it and make me specifically not want to recommend it at all. In particular, there's a point when Hannah, who is the very pretty twin, they were separated at birth, and one was raised on a farm, one was raised in a city, which is why they look different. Whatever. There's a point when Hannah and her twin and another guy are going to the city. They encounter one of Hannah's old boyfriends. The old boyfriend proceeds to hit Hannah, and then Hannah says, I had a good time when we were together. I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings. So the guy that Hannah wants to get with says, to be honest, I thought you were easy too. I'm not in a position to say this, but I realized something after talking to you today. You thought of other patients in picking your grandma's gift. You're very caring. Your ex boyfriend treated you abusively, and you were still courteous. You're not an easy girl at all. It's pretty awful. I don't know if this sort of thing is acceptable where Miwa Yuda lives, but really, you shouldn't depict, especially in a book for teen girls, that it's totally cool to get hit and then not do anything about it. And in fact, that it's an admirable trait to be able to take a slap from a dude. Really, really uncomfortable stuff. There's also some uncomfortable stuff where a guidance counselor that I believe is around 26 is hitting on a 14 or 15-year-old girl and being like, I want to have sex with you. Just kidding. No, seriously, let's have sex. Just kidding. There's a lot of this in the book. Very weird, very uncomfortable. Don't particularly like it. I don't want to be prudish or anything like that, but really, this sort of thing, it is rated 13 plus, rated higher because I really don't think teen girls in particular in America should be reading this. So let's move on to something I did like that I picked up, which is Genshiken #1. A couple of shows ago, I reviewed a thing called Kuchibiki Unbalance, which was, this is complicated, so bear with me. This manga, Genshiken, was released. It's about a society for visual culture in a high school, a club that deals with, they're fans of anime, they're fans of manga, they're fans of video games. They talk about a book throughout all the volumes called Kuchibiki Unbalance, which is like a little in-joke. It deals with a lot of manga stuff. Kuchibiki Unbalance was actually itself made into an anime, which was then adapted into another anime, which was then adapted to a manga. I was okay with the manga, but I was interested enough to go back and check out Genshiken, and was very surprised to find that it is really enjoyable and funny and very sweet. This is rated 16 plus, but actually much cleaner in a certain way than Papillon, which, as I said, should not be sold to 13 years old. The reason it is because it's a bunch of dudes in high school who read manga, and so they're really interested in porn manga and porn games, but it's treated in a very funny way. There's actually no objectionable images or anything like that. There is a female character. The female character actually hits all of the guys, but it's mostly played for comedy purposes here. So it makes a nice contrast to the other book that we're talking about. There's some cute, funny stuff. There's a lot of good counterpoint writing that goes on. One device that the author uses often is that the characters will say one thing, and then there'll be a tiny little note on the bottom that'll say something like, he's lying, which is funny. It's a funny little bit. It's enjoyable. And if you know anything about manga, they go to Comic-Cons, they cosplay. There's lots of little in-jokes there. It's a really great book, really enjoyable. Can't wait to read the rest of the volumes. So definitely recommend this. And in terms of the 16 plus, the only objectionable content is they say whack off a couple of times. They talk about porn, and that's pretty much it. There's really nothing dirty going on at all. So Genshiken, good. Papillon, bad. That is it for Review a Day, or this was Reviews a Day, actually. And I will see you guys tomorrow.